Yo, welcome to the show. We are here in Las Vegas.
I left the house 22.5 hours ago. Dropped the bags off at the hotel. We are now in Caesar's Forum and we're going to go for sushi with Randy. Yeah, 24 hours travel is hard going. Like, now that I'm here, I'm excited. I think it's going to be very reactive. Some outline like when I'll be in the gym. Outside of that, showtime. What's going on? I was wondering where you were. That's not any of the better ones. That's it. People just think I'm just fucking jollying around in Vegas. Like, I should look in. Like, I have 3 different jobs. Me here as a coach, taking one-to-one sessions, trying to build a coaching business, managing my actual business that I do day to day, like gonna try and launch a supplements company here in Vegas, and I need to do the gym.
I can't respect it. I'm in the gym, but I am not flexing. Came from a floor, I'm needing the legs. Shooting like Luke, I told him.
Yeah, the morning started. I was on Instagram and sent the electrician back home a visual of what I thought the lights were going to look like. He phoned me, not knowing that it was 4 o'clock in the morning here. And then I was standing in the hotel room in my boxers. And I had a conversation for about half an hour about lights. That's how the day started.
They hit my phone, but I ignored the call. I got the drive and I see the star. I bought a whip and I paid it in cash. Numbers keep growing like.
When you travel for work, you need to manage your expectations. A lot of things are out of your control. If it's the food at the conference or what you have available to train or just being in control of your own time. The thing that I try and teach clients is like doing something is better than doing nothing. So like truthfully, we come in and fucked about in here, but I've kept the habit of going to the gym and I've trained. So that means I'm not like, oh, I haven't trained for a week, so I'm off and on the wagon whenever I get back.
3, 2, 1. As you can tell, we're not actually in Las Vegas. We're in Bangor. I will give you the credit. You kept on top of everything, that we got everything done, and we just bumped this one just a little bit too far. So we didn't actually get it done in Las Vegas. So we're just recreating our own Las Vegas here in Bangor.
Big boy stuff now. Where are we heading to?
We're going to head to Black Hat. I mean, I actually don't really know what to expect. I feel like it's going to be very serious people talking about very serious stuff. I'm just going to be like, fancy pre-workout, mate.
Never stop working on different things, yeah?
There are multiple plates spinning and they're very close to all just fucking shattering. Today what I'm dealing with is the guy from the port in Belfast needs an endless list of documents to get the shipping container from Belfast to the unit. The builder is texting me about whether the frame of the mirrors should be slanted or straight, or the mirrors should be slanted or straight. Randy is texting me about how many people are going to the strip club tomorrow night. I'm standing outside Black Hat with a bag full of supplement samples, trying to get into the business hall. I still have all my check-ins to do.
I thought you said chickens. This is like a development of all your eggs in one basket situation.
Black Hat is like all the executives that work for the big companies, cybersecurity companies. Like you said, it's the adults version in a hacker summer camp. My understanding is in the business hall, it's people that are there from companies to buy stuff and people who are there from companies to sell stuff. I'm just going to go and see what's going on with a bag full of pre-workout and protein shakes. And I feel like this one specifically, I don't know if we're going to be the sort of people who fit in. Yeah. Here's Will. So you are coming to Vegas?
Yes, yeah.
Right on, thank
like
you.
The worst. But functionally, like.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you, Ben. Thank you very much for the samples. Appreciate it.
Right, 8,000 more to go.
Yep. So that's a really fucking interesting client of mine. Last year, well, I met him at DEFCON. and he was like heading up the AI village, and some of the stuff he's saying is like the stuff that they're doing is like 5 years ahead of stuff that we even know about. So long story short, he left the company he's working off and he's just started his own company. So him and the guy that he started with are going into town, I don't know, make a product or something. They sound like they're on a bigger journey than I am.
Why am I here? Because somewhere along the way, I found myself working with a very select group of people. Essentially, I work with hackers, people who work in cybersecurity. There's literally, across 7 or 8 days, like 50,000 hackers come through Vegas. It's the maddest fucking thing. A lot of my clients come, so it's good to just come and hang out with them, potentially meet new clients. It's good to like chat to people who listen to the podcast and hear about their success stories. Sometimes I have no idea what's going on.
Every year there is what is known as Hacker Summer Camp. It's two of the largest hacking conferences of the year, Black Hat and DEFCON, and they sort of fall back to back. It's an opportunity for me to catch up with clients old and new, and because a lot of them are there for the conference, it's a good time to just get together and sort of be immersed in their world. Yes, I feel like with the lifting camp, it's very much they come into my world in terms of like health and fitness, and I sort of realized quite early on, Vegas allows me to be immersed in their world. This year was much better in terms of I spent a lot more time at the conference. I feel like Thomas was a fucking excellent tour guide to sort of show us what was going on and get a little bit more involved, or at least be involved in the villages and see what was going on, and the different things, like the different types of hacking. Got a lot more of the conference experience this year than I did last year.
Day one at the gym, I'm gonna just run through a couple of like 1-to-1, 2-to-1 sessions with them. Everybody has a different goal, what they're struggling with. Passive hang in general are one of the best things you can do for like shoulder mobility, shoulder health, upper back problems. But because everybody I work with pretty much works at a desk their entire life, they're all very internally rotated and never actually have their hands in this position, so I'll always get them to start with that.
Gripping at the bottom or top?
I would go try and get, whenever you're going to be in this position, you want everything to be in line. Pin your shoulder blades back and like arch your back a little bit better. So you getting it right there?
There's all the little details that like I can't really focus on my own.
I'm gonna move just by rotating through here.
Yeah.
You do that and try and imagine bringing
4 or 5 reps where you like really push me and keeping it like really slow, really controlled, the downward movement that really hurt.
Generally, you're going to be much stronger on the eccentric part of the movement. So me helping him on the way in, on the concentric part of the movement, allows him to do more on the way down. The muscle of you for 5. Good one. Right there, come on. I very much like this machine. Just fuck it. Set everything up. He can do a lot more than he thinks he can, and he's just told me that he usually skips his lateral raises, so no wonder they're not progressing. He's got good facials as well. Yeah.
It's really important for me that I have like a trainer that really watches how I move and gives me those little adjustments that I need.
Even before we got there, I was like, this is a very specific group of people that necessarily don't have any interest in what we're trying to do. But I think it was received pretty well. I think it will take a lot more time to actually, like, I guess, penetrate the system in terms of like have more of a presence about the conference or be more known. And I think the biggest thing for me was realizing, while it was quite overwhelming in terms of when we first got there and like we're totally swarmed by people, whenever I sort of took a step back and looked at the small space that we were in and the technically small amount of people we dealt with versus the size of the fucking conference hall and the size of the venue and the amount of people that were actually there, there's still a lot more to do to really spread the word about what we're doing.
How was your big teacher?
I didn't think the whole hour was going to be on one machine.
45 sets on a leg extension. So essentially you want your knees to sort of stay in line here.
So funny story, my girls are competitive dancers and they have a parents dance. This guy decided to do the hip hop dance, which he killed, by the way, but also killed my date.
You're walking out there, or you?
I didn't hurt that. His next day, my knee was like blown up the next day. 40-year-old body can't handle the hip hop. But blame it on powerlifting.
So I have some mutual friends that work with Ben. I'm in the Discord. I'm familiar with it, and I reached out to him last week to talk about becoming a client. He gets a smile every time like things get hard. So struggled with weight my whole life, you know, on and off with weights. I've spent a lot of money in gyms. I haven't spent a lot of time in gyms.
There is a high potential that they can come into this place and like, fucking hell, absolutely no way, not this place. Like they come in and they feel like everybody's watching them, or they feel like they don't know what they're doing, so people are gonna think they're a dick. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Everybody's here literally because of their own insecurities, so they don't give a fuck about what you're doing in the pick deck over here.
I'm enjoying doing something. I mean, obviously my muscles have a different opinion, but I feel like I'm doing something.
One more time.
How long of a rest? You said 30 minutes?
Yeah. Just come back tomorrow, finish your set.
I just do what Ben tells me to do.
Cool.
Would you recommend him?
I'll tell you tomorrow. I will say super friendly and not intimidating.
But an asshole at the same time.
The asshole's implied.
Yes, yeah. Everybody already knows that bit. Yeah. He just wants to do chin-ups, so.
Feeling alright. In-person connection.
Yeah.
Is nice. But little touches here and there, a little push.
Yeah.
All the information.
So this is how you've chosen to spend your anniversary?
Yes. First we work, then we have fun.
And what's your plan? I've heard just an hour of chin-ups.
No, not a whole hour. Working out has now become like a part of our life. Like it's what we do. Like if we're going on vacation, we're still going to go to the gym and get it done. Like I said, like we work hard and then we party hard.
Good. These guys know each other from whenever Thomas first got into the industry, and both of them have like taken control of their health and like what's different, and like that's what the fucking goal is.
The very end of this rep looks like you're getting an eye test.
I'm sorry, what?
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
So I need to register a business.
Dave's about to redo his whole gym. This is the infamous Hacking Dave, and he's going to put me through we're doing back session, back and arms.
Back and arms?
Back and arms. Thought we were doing leg day, but you know.
Definitely not leg day. I can't do leg day right now.
The issue that we faced over the past couple of weeks is because we haven't done the podcast, we haven't actually had a conversation.
Yeah.
It's just been back and forward, like we need to do this, we need to do that, and then talk to you about it in Vegas, and then here we are. What I like about traveling and going to different gyms is trying different equipment. So like I don't really have, I know what muscle groups I'm training, I'm like, I like to look at that machine, let's do that one. And he's the same. I did 25.
30. I did 26 before I got here, so I might be a little bit winded.
In the Uber on the way over?
Yeah. Arms.
Light legs.
I'm also doing the neutral grip, so I can't go much further.
This one?
Yeah. As far as I went. The last two I didn't, but.
Dill's able to do 3/4 of a rep, so there's actually a decent donut shop a couple of doors down.
Great, because when I first started, you know, really just starting to learn, trying to figure out everything, not knowing what I'm doing, and now Ben and I pretty much go in sync with what we want to do. We kind of figure out the movements and what we want to do and what feels good, and go along with it. Pretty much comparable on the weight side, almost everything we do. So just, well, I mean, you got more pull-ups than me. I'll give you that. My deadlift's stronger than yours.
Pound for pound, I'm stronger. It's competition, and sometimes I win and sometimes Dave wins. That's okay.
Take this thing higher. No stop, it's time to go. We going higher than this. My man, we keep running. Ain't no calling it quits. Look at the time and the risk. Ain't no time to coexist. I want more than what they offer. I'm pulling my fist. Out on my own, I do my own thing. Woo! Taking it higher than soul flame. Woo!
It's very chill. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody push a little bit more. Going to go and eat some food.
His best lift was just a few minutes ago, though.
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, no stop. Take it to the top even.
Not what I was expecting from the supplements delivery, if I'm honest. Thought it would look a little different.
The benefit of being there, number one, for my existing clients, it's always good to get some one-to-one sessions on, and I deal with them slightly differently in terms of when we have a lifting camp, they're very much in the group and it's about the group. But whenever I book them in, whenever we're in Vegas, it's very much one-to-one. So it gives me a little bit more like hands-on with them and what they need. It's cool actually being at the conference and sort of being able to talk to people who are within the community, but not necessarily my clients, people who listen to the podcast, people who they introduce themselves with their Twitter handle versus their actual name. So it's good to sort of put faces to names and see that there are actually people who listen to the podcast and actually we are making a difference in terms of what we're doing.
Yo, can you send me confirmation of who you are? Because the boxes are addressed to you and they won't give them to me.
But 800 samples of pre-workout and whey protein plus 8 full tubs of the actual product.
Fucking what a shit show. Maybe I should phone Dad to see if I'm allowed to fucking open it.
Not drugs.
That's really cool. We did it. We did it. With the Hacking Your Health supplement line, we're starting off with a pre-workout and a whey protein. So initially we're going to start off with 2 flavors for the pre-workout, strawberry and lime and shell pop. With the protein, we're going to start off with a chocolate and a vanilla, 2 separate flavors. Dave and I have been working on this for probably about 2 years. Dave got me into supplements more than I ever have been. Didn't really take pre-workout before. He shipped me shitloads of it, and then we went down the rabbit hole of how can we make this more suited to us or better in the way that we want it. Initially, we wanted to make it as a cool project because we were both into it and we saw flaws in other pre-workout and things that I liked that Dave didn't like and things that he liked that I didn't like, so we thought he would create our own one. I put Dave in charge, CFO, Chief Formulation Officer. So he went down many rabbit holes in terms of how the formula is put together. All of the information is on the website. There is resources, research, studies, everything is available listed on the website. It is also available for sale now. So if you're interested and you want to know more, check us out on the website, HackingYourHealth.com.
Coaching from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. back to back. It'll be good again to see everybody. After that, then I'll train and then it's a trusted psych party.
I would say start with machines, see what the sort of feedback is. The benefits is because of the gym, even if it is a chest supported row, you maybe done a chest supported row before, but that one's going to feel a little bit different.
So I'm thinking like pec deck and row.
Yeah.
So this is, you guys have done regular row, but this one the handles rotate inwards. So as you come back, it brings them down straight. Yeah, Korean gym, so everything's kilograms.
Thomas asked me could he come and shadow me coaching because it's something he's interested in and he wants to learn a bit more. Let's say start coaching people himself. So basically what I've done is just put him in charge.
Yep.
And I'm just standing out of the way just to make sure that nobody fucks himself up.
So I just wanted some exposure and today he threw me into the fire.
It's always good to see their confidence in their ability. So like maybe a mistake that they made, they can share their knowledge or whatever else and then just start to take a genuine interest in it. So Thomas' big thing, he's enjoying partisan side of things. He got that same feeling of like I was able to help someone achieve something that they didn't think they could do.
Ready for another set? I really like watching people better themselves and helping them get to their goals, and I don't know, it's just cool, it's fun.
It's just saying next year I'll book all the sessions and I'll just stay at the pool all day.
All right.
20s, bro.
20s.
Yeah. 4409s. How many 4409 plates do you have on that? Plus the bar, what's that weight? Thomas has been doing great. I got to work with him a little bit in Atlanta when he was in town. It was great to be able to like get some feedback from him then, and on top of the Orlando stuff that we did. So he's been doing good. I feel like he's natural.
I feel like I've been putting a lot of gains in terms of strength training. I've been getting to the gym 4 times a week. Just feeling a lot of increase in my weights and the quantity of reps I'm getting. And I think the bigger part there is too, I did a recent meetup with Thomas, with some other folks from the DMV area, and it was just kind of nice to do the networking and just getting together with some of my peers to work out and continue pushing things forward. You know, if I want to achieve my goals, I definitely have to track. If I don't and things start getting awry, it's hard to tell where you're going wrong. So tracking is definitely a big piece of that. I've had the best of luck of trying to keep the weight moving in a direction I want to go. Tracking is definitely key number one. And obviously the working out and the exercise and recovery is definitely an important part of that too.
No, his progress has been going pretty good. We've been just working out more stuff in the gym lately. I really feel like I can push the weight a little bit more. I think I was moving up to 2 days right before or right after Orlando. And we just started 3 days. But it's been nice to be able to just continue using those machines. Find it to be a little more time efficient.
How you doing, man? My mind is having problems contracting the right muscle groups. Stand in the mirror trying to flex a pack every day and still. So that's never been something I can thought of or done.
Gone lower weight and then just lower weight, like super light, and just to get that muscle connection.
Really?
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm good.
Tyler lied to me. Clench my glutes now?
Yeah.
But it took me like 6 months.
I feel like we need a shot of that.
I'm like, too light.
Just keep going through a couple of reps until we tell you not to, okay? I'll tell you if it's too light or not. I would bring your feet in slightly, so you want to have your hips, knees, and ankles in line. They're just a little bit out. I get what you mean. So you're not thinking about pulling yourself in, so you're not thinking about the contraction.
The burn's only half the burn.
That's okay, that's fine.
Yeah, try and go further. Try and go farther than ever without a burner. Feeling like I never quit moving. I am a learner. And learn that the higher you get, they want to earn you. But I gotta keep moving. I know what the mission is. Eye on the prize, man, I know what the vision is. Train for the fight, man, I'm doing conditioning. If I fall down.
I know what the struggle's like, and watching when people get that shake, and it's like, I know exactly where you're at. Like,
There's a difference between a personal trainer who is just a rep counter and someone who is there to like push you. So it doesn't really matter how many you do. Whenever you start to struggle, I'm there to tell you you can do more, and then you do more. Because the numbers briefly are irrelevant. So your body's in like, oh, I've done 15. It's like, well, if you could have done fucking 27, the 15 are useless.
I mean, higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher. No stop. Take it to the top. Even when the ball drop. My man, we go higher.
That's very cool.
It's time to go.
I was giving him shit, but he took it off. So he's well on his way, but he's done the whole journey, so he actually gets it. And I think he's going to make an excellent coach.
My man, we go. It's time to go. Let's take this thing. Let's take this thing higher. No stop. It's time to go. We going higher than this. My man, we keep running. Ain't no calling it quits. Look at the time and the risk. Ain't no time to coexist. I want more than what they offer. I'm pulling my fist. Out on my own, I do my own thing. Woo! Taking it higher than soul flame. Woo! Words of the wise, never be okay.
Tom, first time, come on, man. He was actually really good. You know, very knowledgeable, was able to help correct a lot of the things that I was having issues with, especially when it comes to the squats and the bench press as well. You know, it's been going well. I've had some difficulties with work and everything, so I haven't been as consistently in the gym, but I have at least been making it a couple times a week, not as much as I want to. So I'm looking, though, forward to after this on the build up to Belfast and actually seeing a lot more progress in a lot of things that I'm doing, especially after today.
Yeah. It was like that popsicle, the red, white, and blue popsicle was fantastic. Good.
Yes.
Both flavors are delicious.
She would go to Orange Theory and get like double the squat points.
Here we are. This is our second podcast recorded in Las Vegas. Almost a year to the date.
It has been, yeah. Yeah, we took a little bit of a hiatus for getting ready for this launch and kind of getting everything kind of reformatted and everything. And we're here in Vegas.
We have spent some time sticking protein labels on protein tubs. We recorded a podcast, and Dave has told us that specifically told us that we're in a rush. We have to go to dinner, and we have to get to the Trusted Sec party for 6 o'clock. We're currently in, I don't know, Taylor's, I guess. I don't know if Dave's getting a blazer or whatever, but he's just told the guy he's gotten much bigger. Definitely shoulders and arms is something we'll be focusing on. So I don't know if I get the credit for that or whatever, but definitely I would say that this place is definitely making more money from Dave as we continue to increase his overall muscle mass.
Is that the guy that runs Hacking Your Health?
Eight hours later, so just fucking rolling shirts. So there are 450 shirts, which now that I think about it, last year I had 100 and got rid of them right away. So I don't know how all of a sudden I have 450 was the number. The idea is we're going to go and collectively just cause a scene at DEFCON.
He's good.
Fucking hell.
And I had a pre-workout staying on there.
Well, I threw up, so that gives you an indication. I feel like a baby fucking giraffe.
What I did this time around was allowed them to book in pairs. Craig's carrying the team here because Zach, who has turned up late and is just fucking chatting shit over there. So, I mean, I guess he's playing the can't be late twice card.
Are you going to punish him first up then?
Yeah, he's going to have to do Murph to get warmed up. And I'm just going to leave him here. I'm going to lock him in the fucking basement.
Because I was like, whoa.
Oh no, what? Squad over here. Do you realize he's going to give you Murph to warm up? He said.
How'd you get here so fast? You were just over there.
Fucking around later, doing nothing.
What? How are you?
Your gym sessions go like all the time? Just like fucking turn up, fucking 20 minutes late, have a snack, chat to everybody, and then go home.
I didn't know how far this place was until the end. But this was worthy. I had to pick this up.
That's enough. Just a big dude doing my roll there.
Good. Your shoulder blades back, arch your back like that. Right. Pause whenever you get to the bottom of it for me. And then just bring it in this way.
I guess I don't really know. It's not
You don't need a diagram, bro. You've got your own human body with you right now.
Yeah, I definitely need to learn that a little better.
Again, if you want to try it one side versus the other, you can put one hand on it to see what it actually feels like.
Yeah. Feel like? Yeah, fill in here. Okay, so that's like just what muscles are?
Your chest.
Okay. It's just my chest muscles.
Back like that. Right. Balance. Yeah, that's it.
I think, you know, part of it is not just like, hey, this is in person versus not in person. I think if I was just doing in person, which I've done, there's a lot of stuff that I'm missing that I get from this virtual program. Just over in general, like, you know, Ben and, you know, the folks in the group and all that, like, everything seems pretty like data-driven and scientific, and not just, you know, like, there's from what I can tell, so much fitness stuff out there just very just like bullshitty, just based on like, hey, this is how we've been doing it, versus, hey, we went and looked at some, you know, peer-reviewed studies and other things, and you actually figured out the right way to do it.
The good thing about doing these sessions is Karthik has come to me with a specific set of problems. So a couple of movements that he necessarily doesn't feel fully comfortable in or confident in, or what he's trying to get from it. So being hands-on and actually showing him and be able to actually like physically move his body, see where he should be contracting and actually solve a problem for it, as opposed to Tyler, who's just fucking been eating donuts all morning. Right, so what we've established here is Anthony's hasn't a good relationship with his chest, and his shoulders, as you can see here, are a little bit more developed in the front than they are at the back. So doesn't have a good relationship with his chest here to be able to contract it. So anything he's doing is pressing is happening through his shoulders. So what we're going to try and do is fix his chest contraction and then get him to stand a little bit more like this by working on his rear delts and his traps. And you can see the difference between him stood like this versus him stood like that.
Quite interesting to try and get both of them contracting to the same degree.
Try pre-workout for the first time.
Yeah, it's one where like my form is off.
Fucking DEFCON.
Welcome to the actual show. Fucking hell. Again, about 10 feet in the door, and then got absolutely swarmed with people who wanted t-shirts. Within about 25 minutes, we've got rid of probably about 80% of the shirts. So there's a couple of people just coming up and thanking us for what we're doing. A couple of people who already trained that said it's good to sort of see a shift in the industry and trying to get other people involved. Good to see the likes of Thomas and Anthony and everybody sort of sharing their awareness and sort of telling the story. So it's good to just, I guess, be here and be about.
Apparently, when we started, the goons called out on the radio that there was some massive commotion in the front lobby, and so they had to come respond like an emergency. So they had to move us and get some, I guess, organization.
The cool thing about the conference, and this is what Thomas sort of said, like it's people from all over the world getting together and actually hacking stuff. Like there is either things that are set up as a simulation, or there are actual physical things there for them to hack. Anything from a car to lockpicks to a fucking jar of salsa or whatever it might be, or simulations to like water networks and things like this. So they're actually physically there trying to break into things, and with the goal of, number one, finding out where the vulnerabilities are, and then number two, how they can sort of feedback the information to stop actual bad hackers.
Same sort of situation that we keep finding ourselves in, that like you and I are just happy to be here for 10 minutes and then 9 days later we're still here. It's cool though, and I mean, part of me would like to know a little bit more, but also like, where do you even start?
The samples and the supplements were received pretty well, especially given that it is a pre-workout and a protein. Obviously the goal with the company as a whole is to provide something that's going to be beneficial inside the gym but also outside the gym. So the sort of, I guess, the timeline of next products will be a little bit more around how you can sort of have more energy or better focus, and it'll be more focused on either like work or if you're into gaming and things like that. So I think being able to push that a little bit more forward will involve a lot more people, and I'm looking forward to hopefully not just being stuck under the stairs. That's it for now. I guess I'll see you in Vegas next year. Nailed it.